At the core of the 2026 Revelation is the Global Studio Initiative, a project that represents the culmination of work with the Kai-Mite project. In the past, these collaborations were asynchronous, files sent back and forth across oceans. In 2026, has deployed a low-latency digital infrastructure that allows her to lead a global orchestra in near real time. From her central hub, she is coordinating sessions with bassists in Los Angeles, guitarists in London, and vocalists in Tokyo, all while tracking her live drums with zero audible delay. This project is a direct challenge to the modern loop and sample culture that has criticized throughout her career. By leveraging cutting-edge fiber optic recording technology, she is proving that real music, played on real instruments, can exist in a digital-first world without losing its soul. This initiative is designed to create a 20-track masterpiece that features over 50 international musicians, all unified by her rhythmic vision. For her 1.8 million subscribers, this represents a massive leap in production value, turning every video into a high-concept short film that documents the birth of a song in a borderless environment. While many saw her decision to return to school in 2020 as a detour, 2026 has proven it was a strategic. Having graduated with a bachelor's degree in jazz and pop from the ArtEZ Academy of Music, is now applying those high-level academic concepts to her heaviest rock projects. This biggest project features compositions that utilize complex jazz fusion signatures and Latin-influenced syncopation, elements she hadn't mastered prior to her formal studies. We spoke with former colleagues who noted that her new work is intellectually heavy, but rhythmically accessible. She is no longer just playing a drum part. She is composing the entire percussive architecture of a song, using her education to bridge the gap between technical jazz and the raw power of classic rock. This academic foundation has given her the composer's ear necessary to lead the massive global ensemble she has assembled. The 2026 project serves as her master's thesis to the world, demonstrating that a YouTube artist can possess the same, or greater, academic rigor as the session legends of the 1970s. Perhaps the most disruptive aspect of the 2026 project is its official move away from any semblance of traditional distribution. She has effectively launched her own decentralized label model, which prioritizes direct-to-fan ownership through 2026's digital collectible frameworks and high-quality physical media. By bypassing the streaming pennies model that plagues many modern artists, is funding this massive project entirely through her grounded on platforms like and her own web store. This financial independence allows her to maintain 100% creative control over the original covers and original tracks included in the project. She has invested heavily in a high-fidelity boat studio in the Netherlands, which serves as the physical anchor for her digital empire. This model is being watched closely by the industry as a blueprint for how virtuoso artists can thrive without a middleman. In an era where most music is disposable, is creating a project designed to be Archival, something meant to be listened to on high-end speakers and collected as a piece of musical history. Building on the success of her ArtEZ One Take video project, its 2026 initiative includes a series of impossible one takes. These are high-stakes, live-recorded performances where up to 20 musicians are filmed in a single, unedited shot. The logistics of these sessions are a nightmare for most producers, involving complex choreography and perfect musical execution from every participant. Has mastered the role of rhythmic director, ensuring that her drums serve as the anchor for these massive moving parts. This project is designed to show the details that she believes are lost in modern, heavily edited music videos. By using a multi-camera array that tracks every limb and every stick hit in high definition, she is educating her audience while entertaining them. This focus on visual transparency has become her brand signature. In 2026, she is taking this further by integrating AR overlays into her project videos, allowing viewers to see real-time data on her stick velocity and time signature shifts, turning a music video into an interactive. To facilitate the global nature of this 2026 project, relocated her primary base to London, a move that gave her immediate access to the world's top session musicians and high-end mixing engineers. London serves as the bridge for the project, allowing her to host in-person sessions with European legends while managing her digital US-based collaborations. This geographic shift was the starting gun for the 2026 initiative. In London, she has collaborated with veteran producers who worked on the original tracks she once covered as a teenager. This full-circle moment is a major theme of her new project, the student becoming the peer. Her London studio has become a revolving door of talent, where she captures the grit of live performance that is often missing from purely digital projects. This relocation has also allowed her to scale up her Rock the Opera engagements, integrating orchestral elements into her original 2026 compositions for a cinematic wall of sound experience that few independent drummers could ever dream of achieving. A massive portion of the 2026 project is dedicated to her original covers philosophy. Unlike standard drum covers, and her father re-recorded every single track from scratch, creating what are essentially alternate reality versions of rock classics. For this 2026 project, she has selected 10 of the most difficult drum parts in history, songs by Rush, Genesis, and Yes, and reimagined them with modern production techniques and her new jazz-inflected style. This is an archival project that seeks to preserve the art of the live instrument for a generation raised on MIDI and AI-generated music. She uses specific, period-accurate snare drums and cymbals to recreate the vibe of the 1970s while adding a 2026 sonic clarity. This dedication to sonic has made this project a favorite among audiophiles. It isn't just about playing the notes. It's about understanding the soul of the audio engineering from that era and bringing it into the modern day. This project solidifies her as a historian of the instrument as much as a performer. This 2026 project is unique in its deliberate targeting of two vastly different but equally passionate audiences, the USA and Indonesia. Her data shows that these are her most active, and she has designed the 2026 initiative to include artists and musical elements from both regions. She has collaborated with Indonesian virtuosos to integrate traditional rhythmic patterns into her rock tracks, creating a global fusion sound that is entirely unique. Simultaneously, she has maintained a heavy presence in the US through digital workshops and collaborative original tracks with American session players. This project is her first true global launch, with physical media and merchandise being distributed from hubs on 3 different continents. By treating her international audience as a single, unified community, she is proving that the language of the drum is truly universal. This strategic world tour of the project, conducted both digitally and through limited live engagements, is expected to be the most financially successful endeavor of her career. As the 2026 project unfolds, is also addressing her role as a leader in a male-dominated industry. She has used this project to hire and feature a significant number of female instrumentalists, engineers, and directors. However, she remains adamant that the quality of the beat is the only metric that matters. This project is her definitive statement that she is a drummer and a producer first, with her gender being a secondary fact to her technical mastery. By taking on the role of executive producer for a project of this scale, she is breaking the glass ceiling for YouTube-born musicians. She is no longer just the girl who plays covers. She is the boss of a multinational creative enterprise. This leadership role is inspiring a new generation of female percussionists who see her 2026 project as the ultimate goal: total creative and financial independence through skill and persistence. A key technical pillar of the 2026 Revelation is the audiophile edition of the project. Has recorded the entire album in ultra-high-definition audio, specifically designed for those with high-end sound systems. She has criticized the loudness war of modern streaming and has ensured that her 2026 project maintains a high dynamic range, where every ghost note and cymbal wash can be heard with crystal clarity. She has partnered with high-end audio brands to create custom drums listening presets, allowing fans to hear the mix exactly as she does from the drum throne. This commitment to audio excellence is what separates this project from a standard YouTube upload. It is a sensory experience designed to be felt as much as heard. This focus on the physics of sound is a direct result of her early childhood spent in her father's studio, coming full circle in 2026 as she pushes the limits of modern recording technology. As we conclude this special report, it is clear that Drums' 2026 project is more than just a milestone. It is a manifesto. It represents the successful transition of an internet personality into a global musical architect. The project is designed to be evergreen, a body of work that will be studied by drummers for decades to come. As she wraps up the final recording sessions in London and the Netherlands, the world is waiting for the official release. But the project is never truly finished. She is already looking at how to integrate AI-assisted rhythmic teaching into her next phase, ensuring that her legacy isn't just her own playing, but the education of millions of other drummers. Reporting from the heart of the 2026 rhythmic revolution, I'm your name. Back to the studio.